A short clinical statement landed on Barca's channels and rippled through the football world. Frenkie de Jong has a slight injury to the external obturator muscle in his right leg, and his recovery will decide his availability. That official line sounds calm on paper, precise and almost antiseptic, but beneath the measured words there is a fault line that threatens to change the shape of Barcelona's next few weeks. The timing is razor thin. A glance at the calendar shows La Liga fixtures stacked against the looming European opener, and even a brief absence in midfield can force rearrangements few coaches want to contemplate. The injury didn't come in a training ground tumble, it arrived mid-competition. De Jong left the Netherlands camp after an intense outing against Poland, where he played most of the match before withdrawing with discomfort. National team duty, which often bolsters a player's rhythm, instead produced an early exit and prompted his return to Barcelona for further assessment. The sequence is familiar but worrying. A full 90 minutes, a twinge in action, a substitution, then a medical report filed back at the club. That procedural chain explains why the club chose the careful language it did. Back at the club's medical hub, the player underwent test, a standard battery that revealed the issue's location and relative scope. Barcelona's doctors have described it as a slight or minor problem, but a slighter in sports medicine is a relative term. It means the muscle is affected in a way that can respond quickly to treatment, or it can stubbornly resist until rest and rehab cut into availability. For immediate consequences, the next La Liga fixture against Valencia now sits in doubt, with sources pointing to a precautionary omission as the most likely choice. Barcelona's priority is clear: manage the player's recovery so he's at peak strength when elite competitions demand it. What does that mean for Hansi flick on the touchline? It means thinking like a chess player forced to move a queen off the board for a few turns. De Jong is less an individual cog than a subtle gearbox. His movement, cover and ball progression knit Barcelona's transitions into something fluid and dangerous. Remove or limit that component and the coach must decide whether to substitute similar traits or alter the machine entirely. Will Flick slot in a like-for-like midfielder who mimics De Jong's carry and pass range, or will he reconfigure the midfield, sacrificing some control for solidity? The answer will reveal not just a lineup change, but a tactical temperament. Fans who watch closely will spot whether Barcelona becomes more conservative with possession, or whether another midfielder is asked to take creative risks. No single match demands the answer as much as the Champions League trip on the horizon, where margins are thin and duration long. Options exist. Younger squad players itching for minutes may be given a runway, and those opportunities could be the storyline of the next fortnight. Managers prefer proven alternatives, yet squad rotation breeds fresh stars. For Barcelona, the medical bulletins are minus tag buys breathing space. There is time to treat, recalibrate, and perhaps avoid panic. Still, football is cyclical and unforgiving. The psychological churn of losing a midfield linchpin, even temporarily, can echo through training, press conferences, and team morale. Opponents smell vulnerability and may adjust their own game plans accordingly, pressing higher or probing the area De Jong would normally patrol. Beyond the immediate tactical calculus, this moment throws the spotlight on squad depth and calendar pressures. A packed schedule tests medical departments and coaches alike, turning small injuries into strategic dilemmas. Barcelona's choices in the coming days, whether to rest De Jong for a La Liga test or to gamble on a quick turnaround before Europe, will say much about priorities and confidence in available backups. The club's official stance remains conservative for now, and that cautious approach suggests an eye on sustainability rather than a single result. FC, so where do we go from here? Watch for training reports and the next medical update. If De Jong is missing Valencia, expect Flick to sketch a revised midfield map and to name a replacement who must do more than hold space. They must steer tempo. If the injury lingers or reoccurs, it reshapes not only a single match, but how Barcelona navigates its opening campaign stretch. In the short term, the language is reassuring, slight, monitored, and dependent on recovery. In the long term, football remains brutally punctual about consequences. Even minor injuries can arrive like small pebbles that start avalanches. Keep an eye on official updates, team sheets, and any signals from the coach, because the way this plays out will ripple through La Liga standings and the first sparkling nights of the Champions League.